All right, so next we're going to talk about squatting and squatting safely. So what considerations we need to have for the squat to make sure that we're in that camp that is getting stronger, more jacked, and enjoying life, and not in the camp that's getting beat up, sore, and ultimately injured over time. So the main joint considerations that we need to look at are going to be the ankle, the knee, the hip, also the upper back, making sure we have thoracic extension, and then external rotation of the shoulder as well. What we do with assessments of the squats and how you can watch your own squats when you film them in the gym and make sure that they are ticking all the boxes that you want them to, and that you're going to progress and not regress by beating yourself up. We're going to get Mimi under the bar and show you those. And this is literally how I look at people's squats when I'm correcting their form, be it in a check-in or live in the gym. So we always start from the floor up, just makes it easier to process. And obviously we're going to start with the feet. So we call these reference lines. The first line is from the big toe to the heel. We're seeing, is there any rolling in, rolling out, heels up, anything like that. Also looking at where the pressure is. Do we have balance pressure through the heel, the midfoot, and the toes? Or are we kind of preferencing one element? Next, we're going to go ankle to knee, and then knee to hip. In the squat, that's going to give us information about everything that's going on. So is the knee falling in? Are we shifting to a certain direction? Just making sure that that's tracking in the direction, generally over the midfoot. We can see some knees falling in. It's not the end of the world. As long as it's still under control and it's not in the presence of any pain, it's probably fine. If you're getting an imbalance side to side though, that's going to be a red flag for you, or if you feel like it's out of control, or obviously presence of pain. Next we're looking at, which is probably the most important for a good squat, is, and any of the big three, is the hip to the shoulder, so our whole torso. Are we keeping a neutral lower back? Are we keeping extension through our thoracic? Is all of this staying nice and locked in, or are we twisting and wobbling and all over the place? We're going to teach you guys how to brace in one of the future videos. Next is shoulder to elbow. Are they even when we start? And then are they changing throughout the lift? We want them nice and balanced and nice and locked in to create as much tension as possible. Then elbow to wrist, again, are they uneven? Wrist to fingertips, how much extension do we have in the wrist? Is that causing a problem? Mimi's are perfect, nice and straight through. You see a lot of people hanging the bar off their wrist. We don't want that. We also want to make sure that it doesn't change throughout the lifts. The elbows aren't flaring up, the hands aren't tucking under. And then the last one is just shoulder to head. Is the head staying nice and neutral? Or if it is lifted, does it stay there? Or are we cranking it up, poking it forwards, doing something that might lead us to injury over the long term? So we'll go through just maybe 3 reps with Mimi. If I'm watching this, our feet are good, ankle to knee is good, knee to hip looks good. I'm able to go 360, so you're gonna film front and side for your lifts and back. And just making sure that all of those, each little blinds, is where it's supposed to be. And that it's so much easier for you to review your own lifts, just to know what you're looking at inside the gym. So take those away, even just have a look at some of your old squat videos now, and just have a look. What do your reference lines look like? Are they in line with what you would want them to be?